Hello beautiful people, today we're going to talk about how to use LinkedIn for career advancement. I want you to start thinking about how to use LinkedIn for career advancement strategically. And the reason why I say that is LinkedIn used well isn't just about job posts and titles and spamming people for opportunities. What it is, it's about demonstrating the value that you bring to the world and to your immediate community. It's an opportunity for you to be able to signal the kind of professional future you're building for yourself, who you're associating with, and how are you talking about it. It's an opportunity for you to build visible proof of your effectiveness working inside organizations with other people. And it's also an opportunity for you to be able to use every post and comment that you make as something that defines and amplifies your identity. So we're going to cover in this video the fact that your LinkedIn is not your resume online, even though that's the way many of us thought about it when LinkedIn first came out. That it's actually a living portfolio of effective offers that you have made, which is a radically different way of thinking about it. Most people scroll through LinkedIn. If you do it as an opportunity for you to design your next role, as opposed to doom scrolling yourself through LinkedIn to see who's chatting and what's going on, use it instead as a different kind of opportunity. We want recruiters, leaders, and our peers to see us as high value. How do we do that, and how do we position ourselves for that? So by the end of this video, you will understand how to shift your mindset from LinkedIn as an online electronic resume to LinkedIn as a platform for my career and my career advancement. I want you to learn 5 strategic ways to advance your career using LinkedIn. I want you to start thinking about how you frame your profile posts as bringing a new common sense to the work that you do. And also discover how to build a network of trust through the connections that you make, and use LinkedIn as an opportunity to build visibility and turn it into opportunity without cringe-making self-promotion. So one of the opportunities here is to shift from simply being online and having a presence online to being someone who's on a mission, who has offers they want to make to the world, who knows the value that they bring to the world. Now, this is going to take you time. You're not going to do it out of the gate, but you can get started today, and you can start shifting your mindset so you start thinking about how it is that I add value to the world. So instead of LinkedIn being your online resume, it comes from LinkedIn as a place where you can make offers and connect to like-minded people to be able to increase the value that you can bring. So one of the things I'm on a mission to do is to get 1 million women promoted. I've done enough work with technical gender balance teams and financial services gender balance teams that I have seen the impact that women's leadership can have on innovation, on strategy, on decision making. There's 7 areas where it has a massive impact. And so I'm on a mission to get 1 million women promoted because I believe it'll make it better for all of us. When I am talking about what I'm doing on LinkedIn, I'm talking about that in the context of innovation, and I'm networking with other people who have a similar interest. So people who are interested in innovation, people who are interested in leadership, people who are interested in women in leadership, people who are allies of women in leadership, people who are interested in building their own leadership capacity themselves and who have women reporting to them and want to be a better leader for those women. So those are the people that I'm networking with and committed to supporting in any way I can. If you're one of those people, by the way, connect to me on LinkedIn. If you're someone who's interested in getting promoted and want more of this content and more of this thinking and want access to my network to help you get promoted, connect to me on LinkedIn. I'd love to see you there and I want to help you. So the second thing is to make the value that you're bringing more visible without bragging. So lots of times when we talk about the value that we bring, we feel like we are tooting our own horn or bragging, and that it's much better if someone else does that for us, or it's much better if we just don't do it at all. I would seriously encourage you to start thinking about the value that you're bringing in terms of how it serves others, not how it is a woohoo for you. So if you think about the value that you bring in both qualitative and quantitative terms, so you want the feel good and the numbers, what you'll find is if you can relate the numbers to someone else in the organization where that is part of their responsibility. So for example, we were able to deliver satisfaction on 25 of the last professional service jobs that we did. And as a result of that, we have found that our adjacent salespeople have increased the follow-on sales that they've got by 10%. That's a massive increase related to the value that it's bringing to other people in the organization, and understand for yourself why it is that you did that. So for me, when I was running a global professional services organization, we were looking at delivering satisfaction to the customers in a way that we grew and maintained our identity over time. We showed up for them as a trusted partner, and because we were a trusted partner, it was easier for the salespeople to then be able to bring them the next offer, which would be of value to them. So the cycle of value, once you start taking it beyond just your immediate task, you can begin to see the domino effect that it has and how you're impacting that. So when you're talking about things on LinkedIn, commenting things on LinkedIn, celebrating others on LinkedIn, make sure that you are designing those conversations, that you're not just all about the content. Make sure that you relate it to the connection that you have with this person, the shared purpose that you have with this person. So for example, there was a fantastic Irish artist who did a wonderful post the other day, and she said all of the people who were involved in making this initiative highly successful did the following, and we worked together as a team, and I have never had more fun working with people on a team as the people I worked with in this particular case. And she was specific about what they did, and she was specific about the value they produced, and she said, this award should not go to me, this really goes to the entire team. And I said to her, on my comments, I said, first of all, congrats to you. This is a huge celebration. I love the idea that leaders are acknowledging that they could never have done this without all of the people who are a part of their team, that all of the people who are a part of their team are actually part of the award and part of the celebration. So what I was doing in there was I was saying it's not just one person being successful all the time, that it is the network of commitments that we surround ourselves with that enable us and others to be successful. The other thing that you want to do on LinkedIn, particularly if you're updating your resume or if you're announcing that you've had some new job success, is you want to be able to not just focus on the present or the past, you want to also be able to look at the future. And what I tend to do in there is I tend to go, I'm delighted about this, I'm celebrating this, and I'm looking forward to what I believe that I can do in getting 1 million women promoted, what I can do in reducing the failure rate of projects, which is another area that I work in from an innovation standpoint. So I'm not beating my own drum, I'm bringing in the value that I know that I can give to others by referencing it as the future that I am building with my customers together. So there are 5 steps that you want to go through as you start thinking about LinkedIn for career advancement. One is clarify your future offer. Know where it is that you're headed. LinkedIn is not just for entertainment and not just for posting your resume. The second thing, update your resume to reflect the future that you want to create. Update your profile to reflect the future that you want to create, and be bold about it. And sometimes it's difficult to be bold about it because you feel like you're bragging, but in reality, if you think about the people who you know what they're about, you trust them more because you know what they stand for and you know what they consider to be valuable, and you don't think they've got any secret or hidden agenda in there. Mine is simple. I want to get 1 million women promoted. I want to use YouTube to help you all do that. If 1 million men come along with us, I'd be absolutely thrilled, but that's what I'm doing. Share your stories of effectiveness, make sure there are metrics associated with them. The fourth one is engage and make sure that you're building trust. When you acknowledge other people, be specific about what it was that they did and signal that you're going to continue to work with them for future advancement for both of you. Not advancement in terms of career, but advancement in terms of adding value. And then make sure that you're always making strategic offers. Whenever you're talking about something as you build out your profile, what is your offer that you're bringing to the world? So 3 key distinctions to remember is passive LinkedIn users list successes, other ones begin to announce a new future for themselves. Most people say I'm open to work because that's the flag that you put on LinkedIn. You can also begin to identify this is what it is that I offer, this is what I bring to the table, this is what I care about. You don't necessarily need a personal brand. What you need is people seeing how effective you are in making valuable things happen in the world. As you fill out your LinkedIn profile, I invite you to connect with me. I invite you to comment on my LinkedIn profile and tell me what you think about it. And I wish you the very best of luck with it. If you're thinking about it in terms of your next promotion, go down to the comments below and look at my promotion readiness assessment, getpromotedassessment.com. Let us know how it works for you. Comment in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you.